Thank you so much to everybody who is supporting me on Patreon. Your generosity and support is greatly appreciated. I love you all so much. If you like what I do and want to support me in a more personal way, then consider joining my Patreon page today. There will be a link at the top of the description. Hello and welcome back to the Triton LEGO Railway Layout video series. It's been a while and I've been doing a lot of building for the layout, and it's time to get a bunch of videos recorded and uploaded to YouTube. So this technically isn't a segment, but it is definitely a key piece for the layout: the corners, because of course. I have 4 of these corners all built up. They are all identical in terms of build, where all the tiles are underneath the ballast pieces, the curves used, the double tracks used on the outside, and even the interesting track choice for the inside. So there is a fair whack to talk about, and actually quite an interesting, well, not a story so much, but just something worth noting. So when it came to drawing the layout on a bit of paper just to see what this would look like when I take it to a show upon completion, I ended up confusing myself, in the sense where I don't know which arrangement the sleepers are supposed to be for some of the segments. Again, I'm going to confuse myself now because I'm going to inevitably start thinking about it and just make myself even worse. But these don't have sleepers on them for that reason. So the segments that have an extra base plate going deeper, like the goods yard for example, that is 3 base plates deep. The sleepers might be wrong on that, so when I put the corners together and have all the sleepers lined up, there could be a point where there are 2 sleepers next to each other, or there's a 2 stud gap between the sleepers instead of there being a normal 1 stud gap. It's confusing, and this also saves me the bricks of not having to add the sleepers to so many track pieces, 4 identical ones as well. That's expensive. These will be the last pieces to get sleepers. But yeah, that's the thing that happened, and I'm actually quite frustrated because I can't visualize it properly without having it all out, because I have everything in boxes now. It's difficult. So yeah, something I'm going to have to wait for an actual show to display properly, but nonetheless, it's something that is going to be approached. My latest order from Trix Bricks included some double straights. Now, I bought 2 packs of these. 1 pack includes 10, so another 20 in total were purchased. 8 of these have been put towards the corners here for the outside line, and that is quite interesting because it saves me having to use some normal tracks, and it's nice just to use some doubles again, and it works really well, nice and clean for when it goes into the corner here. The curved tracks themselves are the standard LEGO curves, which are R40s. Now, I didn't use a wider radius because I've got loads of these curves already. I don't need to buy more curves. I'm not going to spend more money on ballast on them as well. Whilst I spent a lot of money on ballast, obviously you can see all of these have been ballasted with the 3D printed pieces, again, from Trix Bricks. It's just saving myself some money on the track, and that's ultimately what it comes down to. So this is for anybody interested in what it looks like for tiles to be underneath some curved ballast track. This is similar to how it would be for points as well, because obviously points have a curved feature to them. And if anybody is tuning in for the first time, the ballast pieces look something like this. There's 2 ballast pieces per curved track, at least for these ones. I'm not sure how well these behave with other radius curves, in the sense where it could be 1 big ballast piece per large radius curve. But these are things I've used before. On my first purchase, I've had a few of these come in. And it's really good to use, very reliable stuff, and again, they connect perfectly well to the track pieces and also to the other bricks as well. So when you go to put tiles on top for the sleepers, they connect perfectly well. It's no loose fitting to them at all. It's really nicely done. Very happy with that indeed. We have curved track by LEGO, double straights by Trix Bricks, and off-brand straight tracks from some company in China. Let me tell you a story, and this is a lesson to all of you. Make sure you know what you're paying for. So I saw this online. I did a vlog way back, it must have been about a month ago now, where I saw these on Amazon, and these looked quite interesting because LEGO straight tracks, they're expensive, they really are. And the double straights are a good deal, but they are doubles. It's always good to have some normal size tracks as well. So I saw that listing on Amazon where it was 16 pieces, £16. So that's 1 track piece for £1 basically. That's really good in comparison to Bricklink, where it's like £1.30, between like £1.50 maybe, going upwards per piece, and it's just so expensive. So I bought 5 of those packs, ultimately 80 tracks, £80. And as you can see, they don't quite sit too well amongst other Trek pieces, let alone with each other. If I go over to this side, you can see that it's actually much worse here. That is as close as I can get them without potentially modifying the off-brand track. Oh, I don't like that at all, but I should have seen this coming. It's off-brand, it's cheap, it's rubbish. Lesson learned. Stick to normal good track. Look at this. Doesn't even want to stay down. Oh, goodness, what have I done? So that is basically it for the corners. I have 4 of these made. Again, they are all identical. I have the normal Wilco blocks base plates being used here, and the big one in the middle is 50 by 50. These are from a retail chain here in the UK called Wilco. It's not a Lego off-brand manufacturer. They're their own retail chain, but they do lots of different products. But because they do their own Lego compatible stuff, these were cheap and available at the time. And they still are, so I'm going to be using these as well. There is loads more to get on with, loads more to show, so let's end this video and so I can get on with building. Thank you all ever so much for watching. Thank you to everybody who is supporting me on Patreon. Your generosity and support is just phenomenal. I love you all so much for joining me on Patreon. The fact that people care about what I do and they want to support me in a financial matter, it's just unbelievably generous. I will never not be thankful. I love you all so much. I really do. The Triton LEGO Railway Discord server is still gaining new members, and the Triton LEGO Railway Community Challenge is blowing my mind. Every month there will be a special theme, LEGO train related. Show us your models that you have made, or if you want to make a brand new model, that would be absolutely fantastic. Get in the Discord server, go to the Community Challenge channel, link it's there, add any social medias, and on the 1st of each month I will announce the next theme, as well as showcase all of the models that have been submitted. I want the world to see what you are capable of, and hopefully that is the best way of doing so. Thanks again so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.